When Honda first listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange in 1957, Dwight Eisenhower was in the White House and the US interstate highway system was brand new. From that day until this year, Honda made money. Every single year, through oil crises, recessions, the 2008 financial crash, or a global pandemic. 70 years of unbroken profits. But then came 2026. This year, Honda posted a net loss of $2.7 billion, its first annual loss in company's history. And the EV-related write-downs on top of that brings the total damage to $16 billion. 3 models cancelled before a single car reached a customer. An $11 billion Canadian factory project suspended. A joint venture with Sony scrapped entirely. And Honda stock dropped 8% in a single day. This is the story of how one of the most reliable companies in automotive history made a $16 billion bet and lost. To understand how Honda got here, let's go back to 2021. The EV moment felt real and inevitable. Tesla's valuation was at historic highs. Every government was promising to ban combustion engines within decades. Ford, GM, and Volkswagen were all announcing massive EV commitments. The pressure on every automaker was enormous. Honda looked at that landscape and made a decision. In 2021, Honda promised to phase out all the gas-powered vehicles by 2040. To back that up, Honda started spending. They developed a bespoke EV platform called the Zero Series, 3 production-ready models built from the ground up for electrification. The Honda Zero Series SUV, the Honda Zero Series Saloon, and the Acura RSX. All 3 were beyond the concept stage. Factories in Ohio had been retooled. Battery partnerships were signed. Supply chains were being built. They shook hands with Sony on a joint EV venture. They committed to an $11 billion factory project in Canada specifically for EV production. By the time the full scope of Honda's EV investment was added up, the total bill reached $16 billion. It was a reasonable bet as most of the industry was making it. And it just turned out to be wrong. The EV market did not grow the way anyone predicted. Consumer adoption slowed sharply across 2024 and 2025. Range anxiety, charging infrastructure gaps, and high sticker prices kept most American buyers in cars or hybrids. The people who wanted EVs already had them and everyone else was just waiting for the right prices. Then the political environment changed completely. In September 2025, the Trump administration removed $7,500 federal EV tax credit. That credit had been a significant factor in making EVs financially competitive for American buyers. Without it, the value proposition for many customers disappeared. Trump also rolled back strict emission regulations and blocked California's EV mandate, removing the regulatory pressure that had been pushing the entire industry toward electrification. Honda's EV sales collapsed immediately. The Honda Prologue, their flagship SUV electric vehicle, was named the least satisfying EV of 2026 by J.D. Power. US sales fell 86% in the final quarter of 2025. Honda CEO Toshihiro said it directly. The business environment and customer demand have changed beyond our expectations. We were not able to respond flexibly enough. On March 12, 2026, Honda made the announcement official. All 3 North American EV models cancelled. The Honda Zero Series SUV, the Honda Zero Series Saloon, and the Acura RSX, all of them were cancelled before even a single one reached a customer. The Ohio factories that had been retooled for EV production now needed to be retooled again. The Sony joint venture was scrapped. The $11 billion Canadian factory was suspended. Honda stock dropped by 8% the same day. The financial results confirmed the scale of what had happened. For the year ending March 2026, Honda swung from a projected 550 billion yen profit to a 423 billion yen loss. The previous year, Honda had made over $6 billion in profit. This year, they lost roughly around $2.7 billion. The only comparable loss in Honda's history was during the 2008 global financial crisis, and that was caused by the entire world economy collapsing. The $2.7 billion net loss is just the beginning of the bill. EV-related write-downs for the year hit $9 billion. Additional costs are being expected in the current fiscal year as Honda compensates suppliers who had contracts which were being cancelled mid-production. The total cost of Honda's EV strategy overhaul is estimated at $16 billion. The CEO and executive leadership agreed to forfeit their performance bonuses. That is a public admission that this wasn't bad luck. It was a clear-cut mistake. And Honda isn't alone in this mistake. Ford took $17.4 billion in EV-related charges for 2025. General Motors wrote down billions more. Stellantis, on the other hand, the company behind Jeep and Ram, posted 25 billion euros in losses. Combined EV write-downs across Honda, Ford, GM and Stellantis have now surpassed $67 billion. The automakers that are coming out ahead are the ones that hedged this situation, that kept hybrids alive while EVs were being developed. That didn't bet the entire company on a single outcome. One company got this right from the start. While Honda was spending billions on a dedicated EV platform, Toyota was doing something very different. Toyota was cautious about full electrification. They were deliberately, publicly, and at that time controversially very cautious about this. They invested heavily in hybrids. They developed hydrogen technology. They resisted the pressure to commit an all-electric future on an aggressive timeline. Analysts and journalists criticized them for missing the EV moment. Toyota's former CEO said publicly that going all-electric too fast was a mistake. And finally, he was right. Toyota's hybrid lineup, the RAV4 hybrid, the Camry hybrid, the Highlander hybrid, consistently outsells most dedicated EVs in the US market. If you own a Honda, your car is likely fine. The Civics, the Accord, and the CR-V are not going anywhere. Honda's core business is still solid. Honda's next hybrid system arrives in 2027 to 2028. Pure Honda EVs on dedicated platforms won't be ready until closer to 2030. If you are shopping for a car right now, the Honda situation tells you something useful. The EV transition is real, but the timeline keeps shifting. The political support, the charging infrastructure, and the pricing have all changed in ways nobody predicted 2 years ago. The buyers who are happiest with EVs right now are the ones who planned around what actually exists today, not what was promised for tomorrow. For everyone else, the hybrid market is arguably the strongest it has ever been. Proven technology, no range anxiety, and fuel savings that have never made more sense than at $4.50 a gallon. So this was the entire Honda EV story. If you liked the video, do subscribe the channel for awesome content like this. We cover the business and engineering stories behind anything and everything in the world. And I'll definitely see you in the next one.